Hi. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Yuta. I'm a professionally trained chef here in Hawaii. I go into the forest, I do a lot of foraging. Today we're going to be going in the back of the valley. We're looking for a freshwater spring. Freshest water you can get, coming straight out of the mountain from rocks and everything. Like eating wild food, cooking it up, getting all kinds of good feelings from it. A good one. That's such like a, this is a Himalayan ginger. It's a white ginger flower. So if you look right here, just pull that out. And then the whole entire flower is edible. Like that. And then it looks sweet, ginger, florally taste. One of my favorite snacks. And it's really invasive, bad for the forest. So it's good to eat them when you see them. So yeah, look at that. This is coral, probably from like who knows when. And look at that, it's a polycoa growing on it. And then we got like a little fern too. It's pretty cool. Interesting how it, like things will just grow wherever, you know. Honestly, the coral is pretty good for the soil too because it's got all that nitrogen and stuff. That's why they put like ground up coral in farms and they use it to grow things like a fertilizer. This is the shampoo ginger. Call these snake tongues. These ones have like a citrusy, like lemon type of taste, a little sweet. It's my favorite thing to forage when I'm in the forest. When you pick these like ginger flower shoots or the seeds of like invasive things, you're stopping like 50 to 60 more of them from like coming out and like being another nuisance in the forest, you know? So just by eating the shoots alone, you're stopping a huge huge part of this like invasive ginger stuff.
Yeah.
This is bamboo shoot, another one of the most invasive things in the forest back here. Also one of the most delicious because you can put this in your ramen, but you gotta boil it when you get down to the shoot. Bamboo is like a grass, technically, so it grows crazy fast. So the bamboo shoot, I take the tips off. Whenever I see them, I take them or I kill them because it's insane how much of this stuff grows in the forest. And then the worst part is the bamboo roots, they like go down way deeper than a lot of other stuff. So even if you're just chopping the tops off, it doesn't do anything because the root system blocks the path for native plants to grow. So now, boom. I like to usually pickle these or put them in soups and curries and stuff. But you gotta be careful with the hairs on these. Another thing, got those like fibrous like hairs like that. They can stick you or get clogged in your throat and stuff. Right here we got some wood sorrel. It's like ground clover. It's like a naturally occurring microgreen. Also like medicinal little herb. It tastes like really citrusy lemon flavor. I put it in salads a lot or in dressings. Perfect. This is Hoyo fern shoot. One of my favorite things. It's a Japanese warabi. It's a type of fern, and all the fern shoots are edible on these. One of my favorite things to make salads with, and it's really healthy. Like one of the best greens you can find in the forest that's like everywhere here. You gotta blanch these for like 20 seconds, 30 seconds to kind of like make them a little softer. They got like a taste kind of like, it's like the texture of asparagus with just a really mild green flavor. Really good in like salads and other stuff like that. Okay, so right here we got the mountain apple flower. It's kind of what happens after it gets pollinated. As you can see up there, they got the open flowers, look like the pink spiral things. once they're pollinated, they start to grow into these fruits right here. Mountain apples, super like prolific. You'll see them everywhere. Really tasty. 100 things you can do with them. One of my favorite things to forage when I'm in the forest. But they got a nice, pretty purple flower. Shampoo ginger. This is snow fungus. The snow fungus loves to grow on these albigia branches. This is the snow fungus. See, the best ones are the branches that fall from the top, because that's where this thing likes to manifest itself. You can see like that. I like to put these in gyozas. In China, they're used as a Chinese medicine. Really good for your circulation and blood pressure and stuff like that. So this is the black cordyceps. Super good medicinal mushroom, used in a lot of different mushroom supplements and stuff. Really expensive, but we got lucky today. Just scoring it all over the place. These actually grow out of ants and cicadas and different types of bugs. It takes over the mind of the bug and turns it into a zombie, and then it takes over the entire bug and grows out of it and uses it as its substrate. It's pretty interesting. This has got some pretty heavy vibes to it. I can feel it. Black cordyceps. Nice. Caterpillar mushroom. We just followed the stream all the way back to the source, and what you have here is an old Hawaiian rock wall. I don't know how old it could be. So with this old Hawaiian rock wall, we come back to the source, and this is where all the water flows from down to the stream. Back there, it's the back of the mountains, naturally filtering, collecting minerals, alkalizing. There's no houses ahead of it. There's no anything contaminating it. So good. And then that's kind of what I'm doing back here, you know. Fresh mountain apple. What more can you ask for? Tastes so good. My whole concept with what I do with my foraging and cooking, I call it following the vai. In Hawaiian, vai is stream. So I walk up streams, I follow the rocks, I go off trail, and I usually find something like this, like either a spring, because Oahu is just a huge spring, basically, one of the largest in the Hawaiian Islands. And this aquifer just pumps out fresh rainwater. And people will say all kinds of stuff, lepto, all these different things, living in fear, not wanting to be a part of like what this is, you know. This is connection to nature. This is like what we lost. This is why you have all this anxiety and mental health issues and people with ADHD and like living in a world with no purpose, no meaning and stuff. This was like our whole meaning, like coming back here, eating fresh stuff. Like, it's pretty simple when you boil it down to what's important, you know? Like, you don't have to make it all complicated. Adding this, adding that, drinking like all these superfoods, all these things, like these all occur naturally. You don't have to overcomplicate it. And in overcomplicating it, you just get lost and end up doing none of it. Okay, so we're gonna leave a little offering in a tea leaf, lava rock, and a mountain apple. We're in a pretty special zone. This is an old rock wall with a spring right here. So when I come in the forest, I don't like to come with the idea that I'm taking stuff. I'm just gonna receive whatever's here, you know, whatever is offering. So just respect and knowing that this isn't my private playground. It's been here for thousands of years, you know. It's all about the intention and how you set it and what you do back here, being respectful, you know. Okay, so I'm gonna drink some water. I'm thirsty. I should just do this carefully. I found one of these old bottles, probably from like the 1930s or something. Now I'm actually gonna get water from it. It's funny that it says that on this bottle. So we got this shampoo ginger we scored on the hike today. I'm gonna make a little soap out of it. So this is naturally occurring, grows everywhere back here in the jungle, and I'm real dirty right now, so I gotta wash off and use that. Squeeze these guys out. That. Wish you could smell it through the YouTube, but you can't. It smells like just fragrant ginger. This is a natural soap. I'm just gonna squeeze all this out. It's crazy what you can find in the forest. You got food, soap, freaking anything. If you know what to look for, you don't need to go to the grocery store, go to Walmart, Target, or any of that. Right there. So yeah, that's our soap for today. It smells so good, just like pure ginger flower. And that's what this is. This is a type of ginger flower. So if you ever see these, just know you can squeeze out all the good stuff. You got soap. So we got done at the spring today. We found a bunch of cool stuff. We got some mountain apples. These are my favorite. Got some shampoo ginger, bamboo shoots. I'm gonna put this in ramen. Freaking scored the load of cordyceps. These are nuts. These are really good for you. I'm gonna dry that, powder it, put it in little capsules and stuff. Take it throughout the week. This is snow fungus. I like to put this in gyozas, soup, stuff like that. And this is hoio, or otherwise known as warabai. It's a Japanese fern. Grows all over the place here. I'm gonna blanch it, make a little citrus salad out of it. So today was a complete score. We got a bunch of cool stuff. Really excited to put it all to use. And hopefully you guys stay tuned for the next adventure, because we're gonna be doing a lot more of these.